guys, and we're back with another video. Welcome to Electricians Amazing Lifestyle. So, on today's video, I'm gonna just talk about like an update in my career where I feel my skills have taken me thus far in my career, and just a little update of, a couple little roadblocks, or the couple of things that I've been through in my career, so that other people who are just getting into the trade can relate, and people who are thinking about getting into the trade can relate. All right, so I'll start by saying, make sure you guys hit that notification button. Hit that notification button so you can see when these videos drop. Yes, the channel is growing. I've only had the channel for about 5-6 months. Slowly but surely growing. Got 50 subscribers now. I love all my subscribers. You guys are a part of this journey with me. I say that every time because it's true. You guys are a part of this journey, and I love everything and all you guys. Love everything you guys do. In the comments, you guys put in your input and inform me about things that I didn't know, or it's cool to hear your guys' experience as well. I'm telling you guys my experience, and it's cool to hear your guys' experience. So here we go. All right. So I started in this trade maybe about 5 years ago. I had moved to Jersey around 2014, came back around maybe 2015 or 16, and then instantly got into this is non-union. I went to a non-union apprenticeship through ABC. And, while I was up in Jersey, I could have done it up there, but I wasn't too familiar with the area. I had only been up there for about a year or two up until that point. So I had it in my head that I wanted to become an electrician or get into the trades, but I just didn't really know how or what to do. So I was like, all right, let me move back to Maryland, move back to Baltimore. So I moved back to Baltimore, moved in with my grandparents, basically starting over. And that's a thing. Don't be scared to start over. If you have a plan and a vision, not everybody's going to see that vision, but you see that vision, and you know that you're going to do whatever it takes to make that vision come true. So, I moved back to Baltimore, moved into with my grandparents, starting completely over. Got into the apprenticeship, and it was new to me because it was completely new. And the thing that I try to stress about being in electrical or being in construction at all is, we do professional work. We do professional work, everything that we do. But like in the field on a regular work day, it's not like a professional setting. The work that we do is, for example, we're cussing at each other all day. We're telling jokes. Someone could be throwing, like when the safety guy isn't around, could be throwing like screws at you. We're having fun all day, but we're doing professional, thorough craftsman work, okay? But the atmosphere isn't uptight and white collared. This is blue collar. These are hardworking men and women out here. So it was new to me. I'm like, oh wow, I'm hearing people. I've seen fights. I've seen knives pulled on people. People locked in porta potties. It can be if you're not used to that kind of atmosphere, then it might be new to you. It might scare you, or it might throw you off. But so I get into the trade. The first 2 years, I was like, oh, man, I don't know if this is what I want to do, because it wasn't fun to me yet. Because all I'm doing is being spoon-fed information. I might be shoveling. I'm not. The world of electrical didn't open up to me yet, because all I'm doing is labor stuff. So to all the new guys out there, you might not be doing much hands-on stuff, but stick with it, because you will. You got to pay your dues like everybody else. You got to pay your dues, stick with it, stay humble, keep your head down, and listen and ask questions. So I got into it, pushing brooms, shoveling, stuff like that. Then around my third year, I was still non-union. ABC. Going, I'm working all day, and Mondays and Wednesdays I'm going to school. This is before COVID, so we're going into class. So that's another thing you got to prepare yourself. Like looking back, time flies. Looking back, I'm thinking like, damn, I got something to be proud about because I really like did that. I really went to work all day. I mean, you shouldn't get a cookie for what you should do, but at the same time, give yourself appreciation. Like I really uh, went to class I went to work every day. Got up, traveled. In that time, I'm working in like Bethesda, DC, Chevy Chase area. So driving all that way, then coming all the way home, then going straight to school, staying up, and still in passing. I passed. I got my certification. I passed. So, all right, fast forward. I get through school. It's around like my third year, and you get close to some people. Some people you're going through this apprenticeship with. You might work at the same company with them. You guys might become friends on Facebook, and that's a really good part about being in this construction and being an electrician is you meet a lot of great men and a lot of great women, and you guys exchange information, and then you see them say like I got a bunch of Facebook friends that I've met non-union or through the union, and that yeah, I have a lot of guys that I met just through my travels and through working with them and stuff that I still talk to this day, and it's cool to see their growth, like they're seeing my growth when they watch. So I went through school, non-union, past ABC, then I just worked a couple of different non-union jobs here and there, bounced around, and it's always cool. That's another great thing. Side note about being an electrician is that different, like I worked a lot of jobs downtown, John Hopkins, some sky rises and stuff in school when I'm downtown driving around with friends or a girlfriend or my grandparents, and I could be like, hey, skirt, 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 hey, look. I worked in that bit. I worked in that building. Hey, look, those lights. That's me. That's me. You can do that. That's the fun part. Just pointing out all the buildings that you've worked on and stuff. So, um, yeah, I worked a bunch of different non-union jobs after I graduated school, got my certificate. Then I had certification. Then I I always had in the back of my head that I wanted to get in the union because the union gets paid more money. Non-union, you always hope to get on a scale job. Scale jobs are like government funded jobs and stuff like that, and your rate an hour is double what you make hourly. So people always want to get on scale jobs, but the union is always scale. Your pay rate is always double. You get paid really good money. So I always had it in the back of my head that I was going to join the union. So then I finally made that jump from non-union to union, and fast forward, here I am, and I'm just trucking along. But they want me to do their apprenticeship as well, so they picked me up with third year apprentices. So I'm with them, and now I just completed a semester of that. And in the fall, I will I will be considered a CE2 equivalent of a fourth year apprentice for the union. So I have to accumulate their hours so I can become a journeyman wireman. I'm already a journeyman wireman with the state, or a mechanic, or whatever you want to call it, with the state. I have enough hours. I did that non-union, but now the union wants me to do theirs and get their hours, so that's what I'm doing. And I'll be done that in about a year and a half, 2 years, and I'll graduate and I'll top out and be making great money. But in the meantime, I'm paying my dues. Literally, you have to pay union dues and stuff, but it's worth it because in the union you have representation. That's what you're paying for. People say you're paying to work. You're not paying to work. You're paying for representation. This is a brotherhood. And everybody's been welcoming. Like, the union is so great. Everybody's been welcoming. All the rumors and myths that I heard from non-union about the union was all a lie. You always hear that you're always laid off, and that you guys work slow, and that they're divas and all that. It's quite the opposite. Like, you get laid off more non-union. every year during wintertime you're guaranteed a layoff unless you're like in the clique. And I just like, I'm social, but I'm not like clicked up. But in the union, you don't have to be job scared, because you have representation and you have a bunch of different companies that you can work for. You'll never, if you're a good, I'm a professional. I'm a great electrician. So I'll never be job scared. I'll always have a job. If you're a piece of shit electrician, then you will get laid off and stuff. But I don't have to worry about that because I love what I do, and it shows in my work and stuff. But yeah, so now I'm just going to school. I will be going back to school in the fall and just getting my hours and just going to school and just learning and becoming the best electrician that I can be. I love it. And I mean, for the future, I just plan on learning the code book. I want to get as knowledgeable with the code book as I can and continue making my YouTube channels, and maybe I could teach code, on YouTube. Because there's a lot of YouTube channels that I look at, and I try to model myself after, or I just show respect to them because their channels are good, and I want to get to that level. I just started, but my channel's growing, and I'm keep building it up and stuff. So I'm excited about that, and yeah. So for the future, I just plan to look for a specialty, a niche to get in and specialize in that. Maybe it's lighting, maybe it's fire alarm, maybe it's PLC, something like that. Find a specialty to get into, or get my master's. There's so many different things I could do, but I'm just trying to stay focused, finish school, and keep doing my thing. I'll continue to make updates with my career and everything, and so maybe a person can see it and they can get encouraged and motivated, and like they might have thoughts of doing it, but like, oh, don't know the ins and outs. And me giving an insight, maybe you can see and decide, oh, this factor made you want to join, this factor made you not.